Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you listen to this is Tanks and Tutties, brought to you by Tubbs and Frankie. This week, we're going to hit you with our recap, box and long shot update, small amount of NBA, a little bit of NFL, some MLB. Then we'll get into it with how bad the All-Star game is. Then we'll get you with the Grid Award of the Week. We got the All-Star Ballot of All-Star Moments. With it being the All-Star break this week, we decided to look back on the best moments of the dunk contest, the three-point contest, home run derby, sports. All that stuff.
Might as well keep it on brand.
Then we'll hit it. Absolutely. Then we'll hit you with a wrap-up. Jake's got another question for Austin. Austin's got a question for the audience. And then we'll send you on your way. Have a good weekend. So, weekend recap. What do you got, Austin?
Well, I went to a wedding. I didn't know anybody. It was my girlfriend's high school friend that got married. And let me say, it was probably the most awkward wedding I've ever been to. The bride and groom actually fist bumped when they pronounced them husband and wife. But it wasn't like a fist bump that you knew was coming. The groom stuck out his fist, and then she went to grab his hand, and then noticed it was a fist bump, and then fist bumped him. Yeah, so that was really awkward. The actual ceremony took 4 minutes, and it was hot. Like I said, I didn't know anybody there. There was 30 people there, and nobody danced during the dance, so maybe at most 8 people on the dance floor at one time. That was my weekend.
That has got to be one of the worst / most awkward things is when you go for a fist bump, but the other person doesn't know. But the fact that you do that after being pronounced husband and wife,
they also
interesting.
You're holding hands the entire time, it's real deep and passionate.
Yeah,
nah, it kind of looked like it was just thrown together.
Going. Now that makes you think: was it possibly the bride needed to stay in America and they just decided to get married, or
no?
Do they actually care about each other?
They're moving to Oklahoma this week. Well, next week actually, because
so it was last
Army
minute.
Base.
Oh, there it is, and they'll be pregnant in a couple months, and then she'll cheat on him. That's how those go, right?
I don't know them.
All right. Well, I don't know them either. That's why it's okay. All right. I see you want to move on, so we'll get into my weekend because mine was a little bit more awesome, you could say. Did some poker on Friday night, had some drinks. It was fucking awesome. Went to the bar, fucking awesome. Golfed on Saturday, fucking awesome.
Going to the bars,
drank on Saturday.
Awesome. Golfing, always fucking awesome.
Yeah, I had the best weekend ever. We'll get into the golf during our locks and long shots, but just know it was a typical weekend for Jake. Some golf, some beer, some good times.
Sounds like a usual weekend, you know?
Absolutely. So into our locks here. I lost my first lock. Everybody, I know you feel for me, and I'm so sorry. I wanted to go undefeated throughout the whole course of this podcast, but sometimes
on the bright side, you're doing better than me, so.
I'm doing better than Austin, who claims he's a fucking sharp. I'm not a sharp. I'm 3-1, though. I've
never once claimed I'm sharp.
But we ended up taking Ray's first 5 minus a half. I take all of my locks when I can actually bet them, so I lost some money on this, if that makes anybody feel better. But it was 1-0 after 5 innings. The Rays just couldn't get the bats going. Off of, have you heard this name before? Cutter fucking Crawford?
I've heard of
no, you haven't heard that
Cutter
name.
Crawford, but not Cutter fucking Crawford.
No, Cutter's just a stupid-ass name. He doesn't even throw a cutter. I looked because that would have been funny. No, he doesn't even throw a cutter. How do you not score off of that guy?
Cutter Crawford.
Whatever. We're moving on. It's a loss. This week, my lock. Nobody's going to hear this till Wednesday, but it's going to hit. Excuse me. And it's going to be incredible. J-Rod is going to win the home run derby tonight. We are recording. It's 6:33 on Monday, July 18th. At 8 p.m., J-Rod is going to start his run to dethroning the polar bear and winning the derby.
Junior, third.
The third. Yep, he's winning it. Frankie finally got me on the train. I didn't see it before. This fucking guy's exciting. He's exciting as fuck. I'm on. I'm fully on the train.
Well,
a long shot this week.
If you're gonna put your lock on J-Rod winning the Derby, I'm gonna make mine a little bit easier because my record doesn't look so good. I'm just gonna go J-Rod winning the first round as my lock this week. We got to get one under the belt. You know, when you're in a losing streak, not starting too hot, sometimes you just got to take the juice to get a win. So I'm taking J-Rod as my round one winner over Corey Seager as my lock this week.
Yep. And just to recap here, you had the Yankees last week. No good.
Yeah.
No good.
The Yankees fucking suck.
The Reds.
They lost to the Reds. And it was so back and forth, too. They were down 4-0 in, like, the second inning. Luis Severino was on the mound. And I was like, well, this hurts. Like, I can't believe this is going to happen this way. It was just going to be a blowout. Came back an inning later. They're up 5-4. I was like, all right, we're back. Went to bed, woke up the next morning. They won by 1 run. And Luis Severino got hurt. So.
Yikes. But anyways, my long shot, 1-1. 1-1. We finished 12 under at the outing. It was fucking awesome. We were crushing it. We had,
that's
my God,
the first long shot win.
I know, that's my first long shot win. We're 1-1. We're still waiting on KD to go to Detroit, but we were just hitting bombs. Not me. I was not good off the tee. My irons weren't that good. My putts were all right. I changed my putting stroke the night before. Fun fact. I did the reverse grip. I had the left hand below the right hand.
I hate the reverse grip.
It felt great. And then, I had some partners that are very good golfers, and they were just on. We had a huge advantage. One of my teammates was 60 years old, so he got to play the forward tees. And we ended up eagling 3 of the 5 par 5s. It's not cheating. It was in the rules.
I'm putting the long shot under protest.
No. We followed the rules. He's a scratch golfer, but he got to play the fucking green tees.
Scratch golfer gets to play the fucking senior tees. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
No wonder you went 12
it
under.
Was awesome. We eagled 3 of the 5 par 5s. We finished 4th place, and we got 1 skin, which was kind of disappointing with how good I thought the scores were going to do. But first place was 14 under, so it was close. We left some out there, but it was just a fun day. Free beer, too. That was the best part. Free draft beer.
That's nice.
So anyways, long shot this week. You guys saw the news. Soto wants out. He rejected. 15 years, $440 million. So you're asking yourself right now, Tubbs, where's he going to go? Tubbs has the answer for you. He's going to Los Angeles. Now, Tubbs, there's 2 teams in Los Angeles. Which one? The Dodgers? Dodgers gets everybody, right? No. He's going to the Angels. And let me tell you why, okay? Shohei is only under contract 1 more year. If you think he's staying in Los Angeles with the Angels, you're dead fucking wrong. Shohei wants out. He's done. He wants to win something. Or he wants to go back to Japan for all I know. I don't know. All I know is he doesn't want to stay in Los Angeles. So he's gone. So what do you do when you got to replace one guy that plays 2 positions? You go out and get a guy like Soto. So that's the long shot. Plain and simple. Boom. Soto to L.A. with the Angels.
I think you're fucking psycho.
Where do you think he's going to go?
I don't know, but there's no way that the Angels let Shohei Ohtani walk.
They don't want to let him walk, but he's walking.
I don't know. I feel like they're going to throw every amount of money, every penny that they have at that guy.
And it won't be enough.
I don't know.
Nope. It's unfortunate, but
I guess we'll see. But
uniform. I mean, if the Tigers fucking general manager / owners weren't such fucking idiots, they'd go get him. You could probably get away with giving him, you could keep right. I would put everybody in a trade for Soto except for Riley Green and Scooble. Everybody else they can have. I don't give a fuck.
Torque?
Give them all of them. Torque, yeah, send Torque. I'm done with his bitch ass. Fuck him.
Wow.
He has pissed me off. And maybe it's the hitting coach. Maybe it's not his fault. I don't know. But why wouldn't you fucking throw everything at Soto? Dude's 23. He's in the majors. He's won a World Series. He's fucking MVP caliber. Throw everything at him. Rebuild the farm. You lock him up for 15 years. You take 5 to get something. Then you got 10 more years with Soto. Boom. All right, we need to move on because I could talk about this all night. So what do you got for a long shot this week?
So my long shot, I'm going to keep on brand with the all-star theme that we got going on this week. Personally, I don't really think that this is that much of a long shot, but the over-under for Julio Rodriguez in round 1 for amount of home runs for the home run derby tonight is set at 16.5. I think that is super achievable. And I think he's going to go out and hit 20 plus in the first round. Young guy, he's got pop, and I think the energy is just going to be there. It's his first All-Star game, first home run derby. I think he's just going to show out and crush bombs. The thing that might get me here is if he hits first or second. If he hits first, great, we're looking good. He can go out and hit 25, 30 home runs, whatever. But if he hits second and Corey Seager only hits 15, he can't hit more than 16. So that's where we might get screwed.
That's a good point.
But I still like Julio Rodriguez 20-plus home runs in the first round of the home run derby tonight. That's my long shot. And I want to talk about last week because I had the Orioles.
Before you talk about last week, let me interject real quick. I want to change my long shot. Are you going to allow me to do that?
Okay.
Okay, we're going to go more current because I've already got an outstanding KD's going to the Pistons, whatever. So forget everything I said about Soto.
We can just keep that one.
Well, I don't want that one. I don't want to have
Cashing
two long
out.
shots. Yeah, I'm cashing out for even money. And I'm going to say that there will be a 500-plus home run tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yep. That's my long shot.
I'll take it. I like it.
It's current. I wanted to try to do more current. Get a good record there. 500-plus. Book it. All right, so what'd you have last week for a long shot?
So last week, I stuck with my boy Reg, our boy Reg. And he said that the Orioles were going to get to the All-Star break and they weren't going to be last in their division. I lost. They're still last. They had a really good week, I will say. They went 8-2 in their last 10 to finish out the week, or last 2 weeks, whatever. The problem was the rest of the AL East beat up on each other, but it was like back and forth. There wasn't just one team losing the entire time. So the Blue Jays had an okay week. They moved up. The Red Sox had a bad week. They moved down. But the space in between the Orioles and the last place team, or the next last place team, didn't change. So they were still 2.5 back, and we lost that one. Which, Orioles had a good week, just not good enough. Sounds like the story of the Orioles. So
literally the only thing that couldn't happen happened, and it was that the other teams won the way they had to not have the Orioles come up and sneak up on them.
Yeah, and it's not like it really matters for any of those teams, but it would have been cool to see the Orioles not be in last place for the first time in a long time.
What was Reg's lock last week? Do you remember? Oh, it was the Jets. It was the Jets over 6.5 wins.
Jets.
So we don't know about that yet.
We'll see.
So why don't you talk about Cam Smith real quick?
So for those of you that are into golf, Cam Smith had a week. He went out and won the British Open, and it wasn't like coast to coast. It was last day, shot like a 63, which for anybody that knows golf is like 9 under. Shot like a 63 on the last day to win the British Open. Well, there was a guy that I want to give a shout out. I don't know him personally, saw it on Twitter. He bet on Cam Smith to win the Open, but not the British Open. So, Cam Smith goes out, wins the Open. This guy's like, hell yeah, I just cashed Cam Smith to win. Nope, he checks back. He put $75 down on Cam Smith to win the U.S. Open in 2023. So not only was it the wrong Open, it wasn't even this year's Open. That's just a tough beat.
How do you fuck that up? Also, what book has
man.
2023 U.S. Open odds right now?
A lot of them do right now, actually. You'd be shocked.
He had to have been hammered.
Well, and you have to look at the odds and be like, okay, it was like plus 1,900 or something. There's no way that a guy who's 1-2 strokes back at the time is plus 1,900 to win the tournament.
Story time real quick. Books do fuck up. Books fuck up sometimes.
I get that.
Let me give you an example. In the fall last year, I'm at the bar after a college football game. And we were thirsty for some betting. So I'm like, oh, Michigan basketball's about to play Prairie View. I wonder what their spread is. We get in there. The game hasn't started yet. Michigan basketball was -9 against Prairie View. You ever heard of the school? No, you haven't, because they're trash. Why were they only 9? I don't know. I hammered it. Then guess what? The game starts. Michigan goes up like 8-2. And at this point, I text Frankie, yo, look at DraftKings. For some reason, Michigan is only -9, and they're up 8-2. It's Prairie View. And then I start freaking out a little bit, like, am I wrong? Does Prairie View, like, actually have a good team or something? Like, what's going on here? Did Michigan sit their starters? No, it starts dropping. They go up 13-5. It gets down to -6. Then it gets down to -4. Long story short, me and my buddies, we unloaded. We had ourselves a night that night. That was a good time. So
Killed the books.
Sportsbooks fuck up. Sportsbook fuck up. But this time it was on this guy.
Yeah. We killed the books that night. I do remember that.
Yep. And somebody
Wild
got
situation.
fired too. Somebody at DraftKings got fired. I wondered,
Had to.
wouldn't it be wild if somebody who, worked in those lines, they just, told their buddies, hey, keep an eye on this tonight. I'm going to fuck with it. Just get on it. I mean, you could make enough to be able to quit.
Well, but you'd be going to jail. Insider
You'd go
trading.
to jail. Yeah, you'd go to jail, or, DraftKings would just kill you.
They are big
Probably
enough.
have the power to do that, yeah.
Probably ran by the Saudis.
I got a little story for the NBA here. Saw this on Twitter, too. There was a random bettor somewhere that put $10,000 on the Pistons to win the Eastern Conference this year. The payout? $3 million.
Well, I mean, if your long shot hits, if KD
If
KD
KD
comes to the
somehow goes to the
Pistons,
Pistons, do you know
this
what those
guy
odds would drop
is
to?
looking
Those odds would
great.
probably drop to plus 4,000.
well, there's still the Bucks and the Heat and the Sixers and the Nets, but
all you got to do,
the Nets
all
won't
you
be
gotta
any
do is make
good
the
if
playoffs
KD
to get a
leaves.
chance.
So,
You just got to make the playoffs to get a chance.
yeah.
So that wraps up your NBA talk
Yeah.
because we don't really like NBA. So
Well, and there was no news in the NBA this week, so.
not really. We're waiting on. Well, Donovan Mitchell might get traded. That was a big one, but they're going to require like so many fucking picks. I don't think anybody's going to do it. So
Yeah.
jumping to NFL now here real quick. We are 1 month away from the Lions on the Hard Knocks, and I just wanted to talk real quick. We will be covering this in depth because Tubbs, Lions fan. Hard Knocks, love Hard Knocks. We're going to see fights. We're going to see Dan Campbell talking about ripping kneecaps off, and I hope we see an Aaron Rodgers joke or two in there.
I will say
we're
I have not personally watched a single season of Hard Knocks, and I am devoting myself to watching Hard Knocks this year for the podcast,
Absolutely.
just so I can give a
do
review.
all you got to do is get HBO Max for like 2 months. We'll watch it and we'll do a recap.
Or we could share HBO Max. I like that one better.
That's fine, but I don't know if we can watch at the same time.
Okay. We'll figure it out. I'll watch
Figure it out.
I'll watch
We'll have a
it.
recap each week. It's going to be awesome. It's one of the first good things that happened to Detroit in a while. We're going to have national attention on us for the first time in a minute. So, and your
But
other
is
NFL
it
news?
is it that good?
Oh.
Because it's national coverage about being so bad.
They've had good teams on Hard Knocks.
When?
I don't remember. No, we're pretty bad, but we might be good this year. You never know.
Maybe.
Jameson Williams has 98 speed in Madden this year. Watch out. He's going to be zooming.
But
That was
can
me
he
running
catch?
like Jameson Williams.
Or not tear his ACL.
Right. That's the kicker. And your other NFL news? Zach Wilson, still a dog. Did you see his Instagram post?
Yeah.
Yep. He
What'd I
posted a
miss?
picture, and it's just him throwing a football, and he said, "Oh man, I had no reception all weekend. What did I miss?" It's like,
Completely
"You fucking
played it
dog.
off. What a
You
beast.
fucking dog. He's like,
That's
I
the
bang
most-
MILFs. I
yeah.
bang MILFs, and I don't fucking care.
That's got to be the most savage. Like, hey, I saw the news, but I really don't give a shit. I still bang
Oh,
MILFs.
dude, all his teammates gotta be like, man, you're a fucking
Oh,
dog.
the
Can you
comments.
imagine?
The comments were hilarious. I scrolled
That
through the
dude-
comments for probably 30 minutes.
That dude, Zach Wilson, has gone from 0 to hero within, what, a week?
Yeah. I wish we would have looked at what his MVP odds were prior to last week. And then,
right.
oh,
They probably, sportsbooks were like, oh, shit.
dude,
This
people are
guy's gonna
probably
be
loading up
bad
just
this
because
year.
of it. They're like, oh, yeah, like, I don't give a shit how good he is. I'm going to throw some money just for the fact that he's a dog, and if he wins, I'm rich.
Yep, and then did you see the video of his mom?
No.
His mom was like, she was either Instagram Live or it was a story, and it was her and her friend. And out of nowhere, she just went, "This isn't the one, by the way." And it was like, oh, we're gonna find out eventually.
Absolutely.
Watch it.
Somebody.
Watch it be like her ugliest friend, and he's no longer a dog.
Ooh.
That'd be tough. That'd be a tough scene.
Yeah, not what you want for Zach Wilson.
No, you would hate to see that. But, hey, she's got to be hot if Zach Wilson was doing it, right?
Okay, but banging MILFs is still banging MILFs. Like,
absolutely.
Still
absolutely.
kind of a dog move.
You think she's got a kid? You think she's got a kid or two? She's probably got a kid or two.
Be the stepdad.
Man, what if it was that dude's mom that's dating his ex now?
Oh,
that would be too much dog to handle. That'd be too much dog to handle.
That would be the ultimate revenge. When he says, I'm
takes
banging your
fucking
mom, he means it literally.
Yeah.
Like,
Zach
I'm
Wilson's
literally
fucking
banging
around.
your mom.
All right, so let's get into some MLB here. It's actually going to be kind of quick this week because the Tigers fucking suck again. And
oh no, we
I
suck
don't
again.
think you'll have much more Tubbs coverage of the Tigers this year. I had their money line. Oh, I forgot about this until just now. I don't know how I thought about it. They went down 3-0 on Friday. I was at the bar. Had a couple drinkies in me, and I said, "Oh, they're plus 650. I'm gonna go hit that." It was like $20 for like 130. I was all excited, and they went up 5-3. Riley Green, 2-run bomb. Great, this is awesome. Nope, they blew it. Lost 6-5. Pain. All my buddies laughed at me while we were playing poker.
Yeah, I watched that too, and I was deep down, silently in my heart, in my soul, I was rooting for you, but
I appreciate that.
I didn't personally put any money on it. I just couldn't get myself to do it.
Honestly, the plus sign Hunter, he's hurting right now. I've had a couple that were just really damn close, and they're not.
Speaking of plus sign hitter.
Speaking of plus sign Hunter, we got a little squad ride tonight. Me and Frankie. We've got J-Rod to win. I got plus 850. He got 750.
Yep.
But if that happens, we're cooling. I also have Schwarber and J-Rod to match up in the finals. So J-Rod doesn't even have to win because that was plus 950. He just got to get to the final.
That would be a sick final.
I think if he gets through Seager, we're money. I think Seager might give him some trouble because he used to play in LA, But
so here's what I think about the home run derby. I think Schwarber is gonna walk all over Pujols, but I think
Pujols is gonna be out of breath after 2 swings. That dude, he's gonna be calling time.
But here's the
first 30
thing:
seconds.
he doesn't have to move; he just has to swing. So, like, he's got the advantage there.
He has to swing.
Okay, but also you have to think he played in LA. He's gonna have a fan base behind him because he's a national legend. All it takes is a couple whacks, and he's competing. Like, I think he'll put up a decent fight, but
I bet you he loses by double digits.
Well, it depends who hits first.
That's true. If he hits first, he loses by double digits.
Yeah,
no.
probably.
If he hits second, sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't know. I mean, then you got Jose Ramirez and Juan Soto. I think J Ram is a little underrated. Everybody thinks that Juan Soto is going to walk all over him. I think J Ram's got some sneaky pop in there. He might put up a fight. Then Seager and Ken Griffey Jr. the third. I think that's going to be a great matchup. But
I fucking love that.
Obviously,
the third.
Julio Rodriguez is going to win. And then Pete and Acuna, we saw this matchup a couple years ago. Pete beat him. Acuna said he's coming out to get revenge and beat him. I think that's going to be another good matchup. Like, all around, I think this is just going to be a good home run derby.
Back to the Tigers, because this is the last week I'm probably going to talk about them. We'll mention this. Torque got sent down. Now, at first, I was fucking livid. I don't know if you saw, but in our fantasy baseball league, I had a gut reaction, and I dropped him. Which,
I almost mentioned
that
it.
Hurt the soul. That hurt the soul, but he's batting 190. But he got sent down so that he can actually get some work in over the All-Star break, so it's kind of smart. But just you want to talk about the biggest letdown of all time? Like, for some reason, the second we got this kid, I jumped on the bandwagon, and
you had every right to.
Trash. He's been trash.
You had every right to jump on the bandwagon.
And I'll be honest. When he's in AAA, here's my thing. When he's in AAA, if he's hitting well, if he bats 440 in this week that he's going to be in AAA or whatever, you need to fire the MLB hitting coach and bring that AAA coach up.
No, I don't think that's true. The level of competition is so different between AAA and the MLB. Look at Joe Adell. Joe Adell rakes every time he goes down to AAA. He comes up to the MLB and he can't hit. He's a quadruple A player. That's the best he is. You also have to remember Torque is like, what, 22?
Yes.
He's a young guy. He's only been in the league.
Juan
He's
Soto's
played
23. He won a World Series at 19 years old.
But when did Juan Soto start playing professional baseball?
I don't know. I don't fucking
Like
care.
16.
I want Torque to win a goddamn
He started
World
playing
Series.
minor league baseball when he
Tigers
was like
to compete.
16.
I don't give a fuck. Enough about the Tigers.
Torque started
How'd
playing...
your Brewers do? You want to keep attacking me? How'd your Brewers do last week?
Did the Brewers play baseball is the real question.
Did they play baseball last week?
They did. It wasn't good.
Did they play it well?
No. Josh Hader is broken. Fun fact, he gave up 9 earned runs. You know how many outs he got? 1. He got 1 out, and he gave up 9 earned runs. 6 of which came came in 1 outing. He only got 1 out.
That's tough.
It was
scene.
brutal. I don't know. I get it. There's a whole story behind it, and I completely understand it. But it's just rough. I mean, we played the Twins. We had the game on lockdown. We're up 2 runs coming into the bottom of the 9th. And he ends up, I don't remember if it was walks or base hits that he gave up, but 2 guys got on, no outs. And then Jose Miranda, a rookie, hits an absolute tank. 3-run walk-off home run into the second deck off of him. Lost that game. Next day he comes out, and he gets a great save, 3 strikeouts. 2 days later against the Giants, comes in up 5-2, mind you. First batter, home run. Second batter, he gets an out. Third batter, home run. Then it was a hit by pitch with 2 strikes. It was a single up the middle. Then a bloop single to no man's land in right field. Nothing you could do. Bases loaded, 1 out, up 1 run. I was like, fuck, it's over.
It's over.
First pitch of the at-bat, grand slam. And the worst part about it was against the Giants. So it was a West Coast game. I'm on the East Coast. I stayed up to watch the game.
Ooh.
It's like 2 a.m. and this happens. I was like, dude, I literally could have been sleeping 3 hours ago. I just could not have watched this game. I would have been so much happier. And
fun fact. Oh.
And I bet on the Brewers' money line that day.
What day was that game, by the way? Was that Friday night?
Yeah.
So, fun fact, after my plus sign blunder on Friday with the Tigers, on Saturday, I went to the bar again after golf.
Weird.
And I was like, I'm gonna build a parlay. You know, I'm feeling. I'm gonna throw a unit on something at plus 600. So I built this nice 4-leg parlay, all money lines. I had the Dodgers, I had the Mets, and I had one other team I don't remember. Those 3 all hit. Looking good. What was the 4th money line? The Brewers on Saturday. What happened, you ask? Well, it was tied going into the 9th. They give up 1 run, top of the 9th, and then they lose.
Yeah.
They fucked me. I cannot hit a plus sign to save my life. I've been close on all of them, too, so I'm due. So Julio's going to hit tonight. This is going to be incredible.
Yeah.
I got to feel it.
Well,
also, speaking of feelings, I was sitting at work today, and I was thinking about all this. The Tigers, the Brewers, all this bullshit. You know what? I'm due for a win, so what do I do on the way home? I picked up some Powerball tickets.
Oh.
Now, you may ask yourself, what would Tubbs do with that kind of money? I believe it's $91 million right now. After taxes, you're still looking at multiple.
It's only 91.
Millions.
That's pretty low.
Yep, but I've told you I had a feeling. I get these once in a while and I buy them, and I've never won, obviously. But if this hit, I'd go full-time podcaster. Me and Frankie would get a little studio. We'd be golfing all the time. We'd be making content like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'd definitely quit my job if I won that. Fuck, I'm set for life. So,
absolutely.
Wish me luck. They're drawing tonight.
I do want to go back.
I'm not going to say if I win it on this podcast because then, you know, a bunch of people would know. But
you'll know.
If there's a lot more golf content, just know that something good happened.
Just know we want the Powerball. No, I do want to go back, though, on the Brewers.
It's not a we thing. It's an I.
Oh, okay.
You said we there like we went half and half. No, I used my $4 that I scraped together.
Well, so if I pay you $2, we want the Powerball.
If you send me $2 right now, we can split it.
All right. Dibs on, you know what? Fuck it.
You have to Venmo me $2 before they
right now.
If I see a Venmo on my phone right now, Well, you can have half of the Powerball.
I'm sending it right now. $2 Powerball.
No way.
Bitch. Pay.
All right. We're going to wait for the
Paid
notification
Jake
here, folks.
$2 for Powerball bitch.
Okay. We got the money. There, you heard it here first. Dude, can you imagine?
That'd be legendary.
I'd be so fucking pissed. I'd be so
That'd be
fucking
legendary.
pissed.
I do
I don't know if I'd
want
be
to
able
go back
quit
on the
at that
Brewers
point. Yeah, go
before
ahead,
we move
sorry.
on. So with Hader, a lot of people have been all, this guy sucks, we need to trade him. Devin Williams should be the closer, all because he had a bad week. His wife also just had a kid, and
He's also racist, though. You got to think about that.
no,
He's
he
a
stepped
confirmed
away.
Racist.
Nope, it's
He's
not
a
true. He
confirmed
was like
racist.
12. He was like 12. He stepped away from.
Once a racist, always a racist, right?
Anyways, he stepped away from baseball when he was like 2-3 weeks ago, whatever, because his wife's pregnancy had some complications. So his mind is already like fucked up. Came back after like a week, was pitching good, stepped away because the wife actually had a kid. Came back like a week later, and just hasn't been right since. This dude's mind is not right. He just needs to take the All-Star break, clear his mind, he'll be good.
Wait. They had the kid, you said?
Yeah.
So now some people are saying maybe the kid's not healthy. Maybe that's getting to him. Are
Could
children
be.
bad? That's the take I've been hearing. Are children bad for you?
He never should have had a kid.
I fucking hate kids. I'm not a kid
Save it
guy.
for the off season.
I mean, I want to have kids one day, but I don't fucking like kids. They're fucking
Confirmed,
assholes.
not a kid
They're
guy.
assholes. They're fucking assholes, dude.
True.
They think they're entitled to anything and everything. Like, you go to a goddamn supermarket and fucking who's crying in aisle 6? Little fucking Jimmy, because his mom won't buy him the stupid ass fucking Cheez-Its that he doesn't need because then he's gonna get fat. Fucking, I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna have kids one day that I'm gonna be a great father. So let's forget I ever said that.
Okay.
So moving on
to
here.
the All-Star game.
Yes, the All-Star game is fucking stupid. Okay.
Still.
I said it last week. I'll say it again. We had a stat come out. More than 10% of the MLB made the All-Star game. It's a participation game now. That's not even a fucking All-Star game.
And we still have snubs. We still have guys
Yes.
that should be in there that aren't.
Cease and Will Smith still are not All-Stars.
Yeah, Dylan Cease. Well, okay, I kind of understand Dylan Cease. He had a couple rough patches, but he's been good now.
Every pitcher has rough patches.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Bullshit.
I get it.
It's bullshit and it's stupid, and I won't watch the game. I'll bet on it, but I'm not watching it. I'm taking the National League, but I'm not watching it.
Oof.
Fuck,
National League
that should've
doesn't.
been
National League doesn't fare well in the All-Star game.
I thought it was the All-Star. I thought it was the American that didn't do well.
No, the American League ran the fucking All-Star game for like
Doesn't matter.
6-7
National
years
League's
in a
due.
row.
You heard it here first. We're gonna make it my second lock. Fuck it. You heard it right here, right now. National League tomorrow. Money line. Boom.
All right.
Got 2 locks this week. Fuck it.
Okay.
All right. MLB draft. Jackson Holliday. You had 2 sons go top 2. That was pretty fucking sweet.
It was sick.
Matt Holiday's
I'm
son,
so
Jackson Holliday, goes
excited.
number 1. Drew Jones goes number 2. Andrew Jones' son. And then number 3 even, Kumar Rocker. He's drafted
He's
number
back.
10 last year. Listen, I for some reason, me and Frankie were talking about this yesterday. For some reason, I just don't like the guy. He's never done anything to me, and he's never like done anything really like bad. But the Mets didn't sign him, and now he goes number 3. That's still pretty cool to see. But I'll tell you why I don't like him. I just thought of this. How did I not realize this? He beat Michigan in the fucking College World Series.
Oh.
That's what it is. That's why I
Well,
don't fucking like the guy.
I mean, he was like the best pitcher in college baseball that year.
Jack Leiter was better.
He was throwing.
Jack Leiter was better.
They were both insane. They were both throwing no hitters like left and right. They probably
No, so
both
I-
had like 3 no hitters.
I went back. I watched his college highlights today. Dude's a fucking stud. You gotta
Yeah.
respect what he does, but I don't like him because I said I was gonna get a Michigan College World Series champions tattoo if they won, and I really wanted another tattoo, but they didn't win because of Kumar Rocker. So I'm gonna always hope that he doesn't have a good career. I don't want injuries. I don't root for injuries. I just want him to just never be good.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Speaking of
Look
Jack
at what he
Leiter,
did at
have you
Indy
seen his
ball.
double A stats? Have you seen Jack Leiter's double A stats?
I have not.
Randomly looked those up yesterday. He's 2-6 with a 6.3 ERA in AA.
He's probably being rushed a little bit.
That's tough.
Understandable. I mean,
That's tough.
son of a former major leaguer and a Hall of Famer, and they would just want to get him to the league for the ticket selling purposes.
That's true.
But,
Got anything else
I mean,
for MLB before we move on here? We got to get going a
well,
little
so
bit.
Kumar Rocker, he's been pitching in Indie Ball this year, and he has been dominating. He's 5 games
Throw
started.
Throw some stats at me.
5 games started, only 1 win, which that is probably mostly on his offense behind him, because he's only got a 1.35 ERA, and in 20 innings pitched, he's got 32 strikeouts. And
What's
he's only
his
given
OPS
up.
plus though? What's his OPS plus? That's the
Well,
only
he's not a
stat
hitter.
that
Not a hitter. He
That's the only stat- that's the
5
only stat that
games,
matters.
no at bats. But yeah, I mean,
that's a
20
bad
innings, he's
OPS
given
plus.
up 11 hits and only 2 home runs. So, I think this dude's going to be a real deal.
Yep. Moving on here, we've got about a minute of NHL news. Steve Yzerman, he is the king of rebuilds.
Yeah, he's
Red Wings
playing.
went out. He drafted well. We got Sider from last year, Lucas Raymond. You still have Dylan Larkin on the team. He didn't draft him, but he's still a stud. Then he went out and signed on all these names. He fucking finally spent some money. He's the only guy in Detroit spending money, really. And they're going to be fun to watch. So, honestly, I would start an NHL podcast. But I'd have to do it all myself, and I don't know if that'd be a good idea because Frankie does all the editing, and I don't know if I could. So,
Well,
I'm going to take that back.
I know a little bit about NHL. You know what I do know? This last week was crazy for NHL trades and off-season moves already.
It was. They went ballistic. Fucking dude, as soon as that clock hit noon, it was ballistic.
It was also a very bad week for Knights fans, like myself.
Oh yeah.
Max
Just trade a guy and
Pacioretty,
get nothing.
R.I.P. Gave him away for nothing, and I get it. We're in cap hell, probably will be forever. And I was talking to somebody at work the other day.
That Eichel trade.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody at work the other day, and he said, the Knights were everybody's darling. Everybody loved them for the last couple of years because, they were the new team. They were hot, started out really good. Everybody fucking hates them now because their general manager and their front office has completely fucked over that franchise so bad. And I can't believe that that's my team. Can't
He
change
had
it
one
now.
good year. That first year was fun. That was a fun
First
first
2
year.
years were pretty good.
That's a great introduction to hockey for you because you literally never watched before.
Nope.
And then you chose a team. You said, hey, I'm going to pick this team up. And then, boom, all of a sudden we're watching Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah,
It's
it
pretty
was
sweet.
sweet.
So, on to our Grit Award of the Week here. Your nominees are Kumar Rocker. It's got to be shitty to get drafted 10th overall, and then the team's just like, oh, you had an injury? We don't want you. So, Grit Award to him for sticking through, keeping on playing, and now you go number 3. You probably just made extra. A couple
He
extra
did.
mil.
He made about $500,000 extra.
Yeah, that's
I'll
pretty
take
fucking
500,000 extra.
Now, you could have been on the Mets, though, who are better than the Rangers right now, but by the time you get to the league, are the Mets going
that
to be better than
farm
the
system
Rangers?
is
We don't know.
sick.
Exactly. So then our other nominee, we got 2 more, sorry. Your very own Frankie.
Yes, sir.
Like you said earlier, he went to that wedding. He didn't know a damn person. It was hot as shit out. It was awkward. They're fist bumping instead of kissing when they fucking tied the knot.
I pushed
And
through.
Austin was just sitting there pushing through, So he's nominated.
Had myself
We'll
a
see if
couple
he can
beers, loosened up a little bit, and just,
See if he can win.
enjoyed the night.
Our third nominee is my buddy Mark. He came over on Friday. He golfed in the outing on Saturday, but Friday night, we had some fun. He got pretty wasted. We go to bed, and then it wasn't an early wake up. We got up around 9:30, and he woke up and he's just like, man, I can't tell if I have to shit or puke right now. And that's one of the worst feelings when you're drinking. When you wake up and you don't know if you're about to hurl or if you just gotta take a shit, let those demons out from the night before.
Just sit in a
Give it a-
bathtub, bring it out both.
Exactly. That's what I told him. I said, dude, go hop in my bed. He was at our house. I said, dude, go hop in the bathroom, right in the bathtub. Do what you got to do. Just clean up after. He goes, no, I'm fine.
You wanted
He
that
didn't do
indoor
either.
bathtub?
He didn't do either. I told him to clean it after, but he didn't do either. And that's where I think he fucked up because then he ended up driving to the golf course. He has the biggest truck, so he offered, we can all 4 ride together, have a good time. and I think we're 5 minutes away from the course, and he goes, "Yeah, I got to pull over, guys." We're like, "What?" He's like, "I got to puke." This dude hits the fucking side road, throws it in park, hops out the truck. I've never seen him run so fast. I've never seen him run, but I would assume, based off his body type, it's not very fast. This dude was zooming, and then you just see it exploded. But then what does he do? He doesn't give up. He lets it all out, get to the golf course, and he drained a 50-foot eagle putt that day. So
That's grit.
that's fucking grit to power through. You could have said,
I don't
"I'm
know
not
if that's,
golfing. I just want to ride along."
Not sure if that's as gritty as going to a wedding you don't know anybody at, but
And your winner is my buddy Mark.
horse shit. Protest. I'm putting this
You
shit
can put it
on
in a protest all you want, but puking 5 minutes away, and then you go out and you have a fucking day. Shot 12 under. He drained that. If he didn't drain that 50-foot eagle putt, you might have had a chance. But that was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I'm about to come
Then he ran
the
laps
grittiest guy
around the
you
green.
know.
He ran laps around the green, and we were fucking jumping up, chest bumping.
Did he puke again after that?
Almost tore his ACL. No. If he did,
That
he
would've
wouldn't
been
be
gritty.
nominated. No.
Oh.
No. All right, so that's your Grit Award of the Week. Congratulations, Mark. I hope you're listening. He actually didn't even know we were doing a podcast until Saturday. So
Mark,
you
you're a
might listen
pussy.
now. Welcome to our newest listener.
Pussy.
Moving on here, let's get into our All-Star ballot of All-Star moments. This is any moment in the Derby, three-point contest, dunk contest, you name it, we got it, except for maybe NFL because they have the worst All-Star game ever. So
Yeah, I didn't even know they had
want to do the honors?
All-Star game,
I'll
technically.
take
Well, I did win last week, so I would like to nominate myself to go first.
okay. Well,
4
you
to
won,
3
so
if you
I'll
count
let
the votes.
I'll let you choose. I'll let you choose odd or even.
Even.
Are you flipping or not flipping? Oh shit!
You can. Should have had this planned out.
Shit. You said even?
Even.
Okay, hang on.
You
Hang
could just
on,
ask
hang on.
Siri.
And it is a 19.
Protest.
Just showed Frankie for the truth. I googled. Fuck, we need to be more prepared for that next week because I had to fucking Google it and then I spelled it wrong. Then I had to go to the site. It was a 19. First overall. All right, let's see here.
Dude, there's an easy one here.
First overall, I'm going Zach Levine and Aaron Gordon. Dunk contest duel. 2016. That was one of the best dunk contests ever.
That's just not 1-1. Not 1-1 material.
Well, hey, we'll see what you had. Maybe I forgot it. I put my list together very last minute. We decided we were doing this today. We need to do a little bit more extra prep next week. But if you hadn't seen it, best dunk contest ever. Go look it up. It's fucking incredible. That's all.
I'm not going to lie. It was on my list. I did like that dunk contest. But
All right. What do you got?
you want to talk best dunk contest of all time? How about Vince Carter 360 windmill in the 2000 dunk contest? Talk about a dunk.
That was on my list.
I mean, I was like 2 years old, so I don't remember it. But I've seen the videos, and I will never forget that dunk.
It's on every highlight reel of all time.
Well, it should be. That is the dunk. That's what everybody strives to be.
That's a good pick. All right. Number 2 here. I'm going with one I didn't know of until today. Because I looked up. So what I did is I looked up best moments from each one. Because it's hard to just remember, you know?
Yeah.
So I looked up the first ever NHL All-Star game. Here's what they did. The reigning champion played the voted on All-Stars.
Oh.
So it was the Toronto Maple Leafs against the All-Stars. And Toronto won 4-3. And I just thought, that'd be pretty fucking awesome if they did that today.
Yeah.
So that's fine. I took it too, because if I could have seen that, that would have been sweet. I think it would have been an entertaining All-Star game, because these ones now, I can't watch them. They're unwatchable.
Yeah.
They're boring. They're stupid. Nobody tries. I don't know if anybody would even actually try, but it'd still be cool.
Yeah. I would
That's
agree.
my number 2 pick.
Okay. My number 2. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Bryce Harper winning the home run derby in the final 30 seconds. I think it was 2017. Home run derby was in D.C. It was his last year on his contract when he was playing with the Nationals. He was down 9 home runs with 50 seconds left to Kyle Schwarber. His dad was pitching.
Future teammate.
Hit 9 home runs in 50 seconds. Came back, won it in his home stadium at the time. Absolutely just, fireworks everywhere, chills. It was sweet.
All right, before I take my third pick here, I need some clarification from you. Am I allowed to take not a moment, but rather a person?
Sure.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go with Pete Alonso's home run derby pitcher.
Okay.
The last 2 years.
I was going to say which year?
Both years. Because I don't know his name, but I saw it on Twitter today. He puts them literally right where you fucking want them for a bomb. They posted the strike zone, and it was like red was like these were home runs, blue was these were misses. It was so red, and they were just all in the same zone. This dude doesn't fucking miss. Phenomenal.
Yeah. And now he's got 2 home run derbies under his belt.
Exactly. He's going to be there tonight. He's probably going to fucking lay it up for him. It's going to be tough to beat Pete Alonso with that fucking pitcher. But, hey,
yeah,
old age, maybe he's got a little carpal tunnel going. You never know. You know,
maybe.
Go J-Rod. Maybe J-Rod. Maybe Ken Griffey Jr. the third's got a better pitcher. We haven't seen him yet. We don't know.
Maybe.
Yep, that's my third pick.
Okay. My third pick, I'm going to go the Steph bounce pass to Giannis for the alley-oop in the 2019 NBA All-Star Game.
Wasn't that 2020?
Nope, it was 2019.
Was that the...
I looked today.
Okay.
But,
all right.
I mean, the bounce pass was sick. It was so high, and Giannis was just there, head at the rim.
That's not the same one. That wasn't the year that they did the Kobe rules, right? That was the year before?
I believe so.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a fucking sweet play.
Yeah.
NBA All-Star Game, I think, is the only one that's watchable. I mean, MLB too, just for the bombs.
It depends, though. Like, no defense is kind of just like, all right.
Yeah, but
whatever.
the sweet plays you
but
see.
You also,
you
get
they're pulling
sick
up from the
plays.
logo. They're doing the bounce alley-oops. They're throwing the alley-oops from the other fucking side of the court. Like,
yeah, it's just it's a show-off fest, which is pretty cool. But, like, I also wish at times that there would be more defense and it'd be, like, more like an actual game, you know? So
there's no defense in the NBA
hate.
anyways, though. There's no defense in the NBA anyways.
Well, there's literally none in the All-Star
right,
game. So
you go from about 25% to 1.
yeah.
So let's keep it with the NBA theme. My last pick here. I'm gonna take the 2020. Can I take the whole All-Star game? Is that allowed, or do you want me to pick one moment?
No, you can take the 2020. I have a couple things on here that were an entire year.
Okay. So the 2020 All-Star Game, that was the Kobe rules because Kobe Bryant passed away. It was first to 24 each quarter, and then the fourth quarter was they added to the points or something like that. I'm so wrong
Had to play
right
up to
now.
24 points.
I'm so
First to
wrong right now,
24.
but go watch it. It was awesome. The ending was phenomenal because you had to win by 2. And they were just launching threes from the corners, from the logo. And it was the biggest letdown of all time because it ended on a free throw.
Yeah. I do remember that.
But it was sweet because, COVID, we didn't really have games going. This was one of the first things, wasn't it?
Yeah.
With COVID going on. Because they all quarantined, but it was all the memories of Kobe. They showed a bunch of clips, and then the ending was sweet up until the free throw. So that's my fourth pick.
Okay. Do I want to go recent or do I want to go past?
That's up to you. Whatever you think's going to beat me. This is a competition here, buddy.
I think I got to go the 2019 Home Run Derby just as a whole. This was the Vlad versus Jock semifinal. And so the
Who was
thing
he in
was
the finals with? Because that was awesome too. Vlad
Pete
versus,
Alonso.
Yeah, that's right. That was
So
fucking awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't even the finals. That was the most interesting part. It was the semis. And, I mean, I don't know how to even say it better. They went back and forth. Vlad hit 29 in a single round, the first round, to beat Matt Chapman. Came out, he and Jock each hit 29 more in the semis. And then they went to not one, not two, but 3 swing-off tiebreakers to finally determine who was going to the finals. And Vlad won 40-39. And it was just, I mean, it's a home run derby. You just like to see bombs getting hit, and that was an insane amount of bombs back and forth and just getting launched.
Well, and this was really Vlad's coming out.
Yeah, it was his
this
rookie
is where
year.
He kind of broke the scene, and
yeah,
now he's a fucking, everybody knows Vlad now, but it was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, that's Vlad Guerrero's son, and it's like, oh shit, he's fucking awesome.
He's got a
That
wagon.
was a sweet derby. The derby is one of the most fun. That and the dunk contest, I think, are top 2.
I think
all the All-Star
the
games.
derby is coming up as the dunk contest is going down, though, because the dunk contest, they're not really putting in stars anymore. They're putting like up and coming guys, whereas like the derby is like guys like.
Well, and everybody just gives fucking 10s now, like for the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's not a. Oh, and then
There's
you
no
see a dude do
creativity.
something fucking awesome, and it's like, Dwayne Wade. Fuck Dwayne Wade. He gives 7s and 8s for the coolest shit, and then his boys get 10s. Like fuck you,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Fuck you. All right, we'll post that on the Twitter on Wednesday. Make sure you vote.
What do you got
great
for
list.
honorable mentions?
You had a great list. Oh, that's right. So I had one that you've probably never heard of, because I haven't heard of it. But Magic Johnson in 1991 announced that he had HIV. Holy
Okay.
shit! Is he gay? They didn't know back then. You could get it from unprotected sex. This dude had a lot of sex. He likes to fuck. Got HIV, retired. Boom, done. But in 92, he was voted a starter even though he hadn't played. So what does he do? He goes out and plays. What else does he do? He drops 25, and they win 151-123. Don't quote me on that score. They won by a lot, but he dropped 25 with HIV.
That's dope. That's pretty sweet.
I'm kind of mad I didn't take that. That was a sweet one. But I also had I had the 2021 Pro Bowl. That was the year that they canceled it because of COVID, but they did all the online shit where they played Madden and shit. That was pretty fun.
I actually don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No, it was a weird year.
Yeah, they had like a week of
Oh,
they
okay.
played
Yep.
it. There was a Madden game,
Yeah.
there was captains, but they had everybody was wearing mics, and Kyler Murray had just this trash mic. It's when you and your buddy are playing together and he just got that garbage. He sounds like a robot. It was hilarious.
I think I
It's
do
like, dude,
remember
you
that
make
now.
millions and you bought the $20 Walmart headset? Come on.
Yeah.
What else
I do
did
remember
have?
that
I
now.
had Stanton in 2016.
I did have that too.
Fucking
Yep.
nukes.
Yep.
had
I
Josh
also had-
Hamilton in 2008.
Yep. I had
28
that.
in the opening round, but he used it up too fast.
Yeah. I did
And
have
that was
Stanton
it for
hitting
me.
nukes in Minnesota too. I don't remember what year that was exactly. That was like right after that. Might have been 2015 maybe. I don't know.
2016 was the
hitting-
year it was in Miami, right?
I think so, yes.
Dude,
So
he
anyways-
was hitting him off the fucking glass. That was awesome.
Yeah. He hit the nukes in Miami and then he hit nukes in Minnesota too. Like he's just a great home run derby guy because he's got that short swing, but he just absolutely crushes it.
Mhm.
I also had the Steph to CP3 oop in the 2021 NBA All-Star game where he actually lobbed one up and CP3 dunked it out of all guys. Chris
I
Paul
don't
dunked.
remember that. I gotta look that
Yeah.
up after this.
Yeah, it's pretty
I don't know.
hilarious because it's like CP3
Right,
doesn't dunk.
CP3 is like 5'1". He's even shorter than you.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking prick.
I had. All right. I had.
Dude,
I had
imagine
Todd
if you could
Frazier.
dunk. Fucking heroin
That'd be
addict
sick.
dunking.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I had Todd Frazier winning the home run derby in Cincy, his home field. That was sick.
Yep.
I had Pete Alonso going back to back, winning in Coors. Stanton at Petco Park. So three parks where he hit bombs.
Giancarlo Stanton is just fucking awesome. That's all that.
Well,
that's
so
all we're
the
getting
the
out of
thing
this.
about the one at Petco was he hit 11 home runs of 440 feet or longer, and he hit 2 of them that were 497. And one topped out at 120.4 miles per hour off the bat. And then
That's
my
faster
last
than
one.
my vehicle can go. Did I tell you I tested
Probably,
that
yeah.
out the other day? That thing tops
No.
out at 115. It literally,
Jesus.
a warning pops up and it's like, hey, stop doing that.
Jesus. And then the last one I had, nobody really remembers it, but Sammy Sosa, 2002 home run derby in Milwaukee.
I was going to put that.
I watched this video today. Listen, I've been to Milwaukee and Miller Park, not AmFam Field, and there's some spots where it would be insane to see home runs. He was hitting home runs to the top deck in left field over a restaurant. He hit a home run that cleared Bernie's slide in left center.
That's wild.
And so the stadium opened in 2001. 2002, they obviously must have been like fixing some stuff up, finishing up or whatever. And there was like one of those things hanging, like a window cleaning thing. He hit one off of that in left center. And then to top it off, he hit one off the top of the scoreboard in dead center in Miller Park.
You know,
I mean,
another good
Roy's
one
or
was,
not, that dude was just
another
smacking
good one
him.
was Ken Griffey at Camden Yards. When he was
Yeah,
hitting
off the warehouse. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Ken Griffey Jr., not Ken Griffey Jr. the third. Maybe Ken Griffey Jr. the third makes some waves tonight.
And not Ken Griffey Sr. either.
No, Ken Griffey Jr. the third.
Yeah.
That's just fun
Oh,
to say.
there was
that's
one
gonna
other
be a
one I
thing.
forgot.
That's going to be a thing one day.
There's one other one I wanted to mention. It wasn't really good enough to make the list, but I guess we'll throw it at the bottom of the honorable mentions. I don't remember what year it was, but the year when Giannis got the ball and was driving the lane in the NBA All-Star game, and Steph just laid down because he didn't want to play defense.
Oh, yeah.
That's what Chet's going to look like this year. Chet would be better laying down in the lane than playing defense on Giannis.
Well, it would only work the first time. Say get confused, maybe expecting the collision.
Yeah.
And then he'll do it a second time, and then he'll look like an idiot.
Yeah.
All right, so that wraps that up. Make sure you check out the Twitter. Vote for us. It's bragging rights. We're competitors. We like to talk shit. You got a great list. I got a decent list, but your list is pretty fucking good. You never know, though. Maybe some people like the crazy, holy shit, the first All-Star game, they played the champions? Holy shit.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's wrap up here. I got a question for you, Austin.
Okay.
Let me find this here. So, this is going to be a thing each week. When I get drunk on the weekends, I always think of these, and sometimes I write them down, sometimes I don't, but I wrote it down this week. Now, if you could reverse one call, what would it be out of any of the calls? Any calls.
Oh.
Any sport, any call. While you think, do you want me to tell you mine? Because this didn't take long for me.
I know what yours is.
Armando Galarraga.
Yeah.
Are you
Yours is
fucking
that
kidding me, dude? How do you got to have the biggest nuts of all time to call him safe there. Also, how much of a dick do you have to be to call him safe? Even if it wasn't close. But if it was close, you should have still just called him out, because who cares if the Cleveland team is mad at you? They don't give a fuck. They're down 3-0. It's a perfect game. But you got the whole city of Detroit now. Jim Joyce, he could never go to Detroit again.
No.
Never.
I know what mine
Never.
is. It
'Cause
took me a second.
If I'm in Detroit, when Jim Joyce is in Detroit, only one of us is coming out, and it's going to be me.
Wow, is that a threat?
It's a promise.
Oh, shit.
Promise.
Oh, shit.
All right, what's yours?
It took me a second, but I don't know if anything will ever top my list of bad calls than the replacement refs Hail Mary in Seattle. That call, like, you have one ref signaling touchdown,
Yeah, dude.
one ref signaling interception. They look at each other and go,
What the
well, fuck, who's right?
Yeah.
Like, oh my, and it was so clearly an interception. I don't care who you are. It was in the Packers defender's hands first. It was game over, interception. And just, I don't know.
Are you sure
I thought
you
about
wouldn't want to reverse? Yeah, you actually can't reverse this one. But when Seattle kicked the ball at Brendan Bostic,
I thought that did run through my mind, but yeah,
You
you
can't
can't
really
really
reverse
reverse that because Brandon
you can keep him
Bostic
off
is
the
just
field.
such a fucking dumbass and
what's
has
crazy
bricks
though?
for hands.
You are so fortunate as a sports fan though, because that's like the worst call in Wisconsin sports history, right? And it was a regular
There'd
season
probably
game.
be more if I thought about it, but
Didn't end up meaning much, but off the rip, I can think of 3. You got Galarraga, Then you got the pass interference on, I believe it was DeAndre Levy, in one of the few Lions playoff games I've ever seen. The dude...
Oh, I think I know where the next one's going.
I apologize. I fucked that up. I fucked that up so bad. It was Brandon Pettigrew was trying to catch the ball, and the Dallas defender... This was a new add to the pass interference rule this year. You had to turn your head and play the ball. The Dallas defender was all up in Pettigrew's grill, didn't turn his head, and they threw the flag. But then Des Bryant runs out on the field without a helmet, which is another penalty, mind you, and they pick up the flag.
Yep.
What the fuck?
What would be your third? I feel like I might know where this is going.
My third is the Rodgers face mask call.
Yep, I knew it.
On Monday Night Football, right before the Motor City Miracle.
Bad play.
Whatever the fuck they're calling it.
It was a great call.
It wasn't a face mask. You tell me right now, just to make my day a little bit better, just admit that it wasn't a face mask.
Hands to the face mask. I mean, okay, it wasn't.
He grabbed his shoulder pad.
Hands to the face.
No, it wasn't. Shut the fuck up. He grabbed his shoulder pad.
Dude, that would be a contentious all-star ballot. All-star ballot of calls that should be overturned.
Write that down somewhere. That's a good one. If we take some time, we can think of some good ones.
But then we have to mention some that weren't mentioned already, so.
Or we could use the same ones. Doesn't fucking matter. But anyways, appreciate you for answering my question. I believe you had a question as well?
It's not so much a question, more
Fun
just
fact.
a trivia fact. Yeah. Did you know that Mike Trout hit for a quasi-cycle in the MLB All-Star Games? All with his first at-bats, starting from 2013 to 2016. So
It's a quasi-cycle.
he hit for the cycle, but not in one game.
Oh.
He did it in 4 games. So all with his first at-bats in All-Star games. 2013, his first at-bat hit a double. 2014, first at-bat hit a triple. 2015, first at-bat hit a home run. 2016, he finished it up with a single in his first at-bat. Kind of sweet.
That is pretty sweet. 4 years. It would have been even cooler if he went single, double, triple home run.
Yeah, that would have been sweet.
That would have been fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Or this will probably happen one day, right? Somebody gets a solo home run, a 2-run home run, a 3-run home run, and a grand slam.
All in their first at-bat?
No, I feel like that's impossible, but just at some point in the game.
Well, and the thing that makes that even cooler is, like, you know, Mike Trout usually always hits at the top of the lineup. So
Right.
he's always getting that first at-bat in that first inning, like either hitting first or second.
Mm-hmm.
So he, like, first or second hitter of the game, double. First or second hitter of the game, triple. First or second hitter of the game, home run. Same thing, single. Kind of cool.
Pretty cool. You can't deny it's pretty cool. All right, everybody.
Pretty cool.
Like, subscribe. Make sure you turn on notifications. Leave a review for us. Follow the Twitter and the TikTok. We got some big things coming on the TikTok. Frankie's figuring out the editing. Go check out our Zach Wilson video. Go check out the Zach Wilson video. I thought it was great.
Go check out the Home Run Derby video that came out today.
Check out the Derby video. That was sweet, too. This guy's going to be a fucking 5-star Fiverr editor by the end of this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Everybody have
Why
a great
hire
weekend.
an editor when you are the editor?
Oh, this guy's fucking good. All right, have a great weekend, everybody. Hit some tanks. Endorse some tutties. See you next week. Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
Peace.